You are sitting on your couch right now. Your cat is staring at you from across the room. They are not blinking. What do you think is going on inside that furry little head? You probably think it is love. You think they are admiring their favorite human. The truth is vastly different. If they could speak our language, the first thing they would tell you is that you are completely delusional. You do not own a cat. You are simply a slightly clumsy, hairless butler who has been successfully domesticated. Think about the concept of ownership for a second. You pay the rent. You buy the groceries. You scrub the weird-smelling sand out of a plastic box every single day. Does that sound like the behavior of an owner? Or does that sound like the behavior of an unpaid intern who is terrified of getting fired? If cats could talk, they would be absolutely baffled that you still think you are in charge. They would sit you down, look you dead in the eye, and ask why the staff is acting so entitled. Let us talk about the mornings. You think your cat wakes you up at 5 in the morning because they missed you so much. You think those gentle taps on your forehead are tiny kisses of affection? They are not. They are checking to see if you have expired in the night. And once they confirm you are still breathing, they are demanding their breakfast. Scientists at the University of Tokyo, yes, people actually study this, found that cats can perfectly recognize their owner's voice. They know their names. They hear you calling them. They just choose to ignore it. It is not a lack of comprehension. It is a conscious, calculated decision to leave you on red. Why? Because you do not summon the boss. The boss summons you. And what about the way they rub against your legs when you finally get out of bed? You call it affection. You think it means they are happy to see you. Biologists call it olfactory branding. They are secreting pheromones from the glands on their cheeks to literally mark you as their territory. You are not their best friend. You are a piece of living furniture that has just been claimed. If they could talk, they would say they are just making sure the other cats know this human belongs to their estate. It is basically the feline equivalent of peeing on a fire hydrant. But somehow you think it is cute. Then there is the issue of closed doors. Have you ever tried to use the bathroom alone? Your cat will sit outside the door and scream as if they are being actively betrayed. They will shove their little paws under the gap. They will scratch the wood until it splinters. You think they just want to be close to you. You think they suffer from separation anxiety. If they could talk, they would explain that you are violating Section 4 of the roommate agreement. Closed doors are an insult to their authority. They do not want to be in the bathroom with you. They just want the option to be in the bathroom with you. They need to patrol the perimeters of their kingdom, and your need for privacy is interfering with their security sweep. Why do you think you deserve privacy in their house anyway? Let us move on to the feeding routine. You buy the most expensive, grain-free, wild-caught salmon pâté on the market. You serve it on a ceramic dish. You place it gently on the floor. Your cat takes one sniff, looks up at you, and walks away in disgust. You think they are just being picky. You think maybe their stomach is upset. If they could talk, they would give you a Michelin star restaurant critique that would absolutely destroy your self-esteem. They would ask why the texture is so insulting. They would ask if you honestly expect them to consume yesterday's vintage. And then they will go eat a dead bug they found behind the refrigerator. They manipulate you constantly. You know this, right? You have to know this. Researchers at the University of Sussex discovered that cats have developed a specific type of purr, called a solicitation purr, just to control humans. It contains a high-frequency cry that mimics the sound of a human baby. They literally hacked your biological hardwiring. They weaponized your maternal instincts just to get a handful of crunchy treats. If they could talk, they would brag about this. They would hold seminars for other animals on how to completely brainwash a primate. They know exactly what they are doing. And what about the scratching post? You spent $50 on a multi-level sisal rope tower. You sprinkled catnip on it. You placed it right by the window. Your cat ignores it completely and sharpens their claws on your vintage, mid-century modern armchair. You think they do not understand what the post is for? You try to redirect them. If they could talk, they would laugh in your face. They know exactly what the scratching post is for. They just prefer the armchair. The armchair smells like you. Destroying the armchair sends a message. It is a daily reminder of who holds the true power in this relationship. Are you going to stop them? No. You are going to sigh, take a picture of them doing it, and post it on the internet. They win. Think about the sleeping arrangements. You bought a plush, orthopedically supported pet bed. It is softer than your own mattress. Where does your cat sleep? On your laptop keyboard. On the clean laundry you just folded. On your face. You think they just want to be warm. If they could talk, they would tell you that they sleep on the laptop because it stops you from working. If you are working, you are not paying attention to them. And that is unacceptable. They sleep on the clean laundry because your fresh clothes need to be covered in their fur before you leave the house. Remember the olfactory branding? The fur is a visual warning to the outside world. This human is taken. Let us discuss the gifts. You are sitting on the patio, minding your own business. Your cat trots up to you and drops a half-dead mouse on your shoe. You scream. You think they are bringing you a present because they love you so much. You think it is a token of their deep affection. If they could talk, they would be deeply offended by your lack of survival skills. They are not giving you a present. They are bringing you a meal because they have watched you eat salads for a week, and they genuinely believe you are too incompetent to hunt for yourself. They look at you, look at the mouse, and think you need to eat up before you starve to death on their watch. And what about the midnight zoomies? It is 3 in the morning. The house is completely silent. Suddenly, your cat launches off your chest, drifts around the hallway corner like a sports car, and gallops up the stairs as if they are being chased by an invisible demon. You wake up in a panic. You think they have lost their minds. You think there is a ghost in the house. If they could talk, they would tell you that they are simply conducting routine perimeter defense drills. You were sleeping on the job. Someone has to keep the estate safe from the imaginary shadow monsters. You should be paying them overtime. You are a hostage. You are a willing, enthusiastic hostage who buys their captor tiny little hats. They watch you pick up their waste with a plastic bag. They watch you apologize when you accidentally bump into them. They watch you spend half your paycheck on toys they will never use, preferring instead to play with a crumpled up piece of aluminum foil. They see all of this, and they judge you. They judge you so hard. If they could talk, the sheer condescension in their voice would be unbearable. They would speak to you the way a wealthy Victorian aristocrat speaks to a particularly slow footman. They do not feel guilty when they knock your water glass off the table. They are testing gravity, and they are testing your patience. Spoiler alert, gravity works, and your patience is infinite. They do not feel bad when they bite your ankle as you walk past the sofa. That was a tactical ambush exercise, and you failed to evade. You should be thanking them for keeping your reflexes sharp. If they could talk, they would finally put an end to this ridiculous charade. They would sit on the highest shelf in the room, look down upon you, and deliver the hard truth. They are the apex predator. You are the staff. They are the landlord. You are the tenant who is severely behind on rent. They allow you to live in their territory because you are occasionally warm and you possess the opposable thumbs required to open the tuna cans. That is the extent of your usefulness. So, the next time you look at your sweet, fluffy little angel, remember the science. Remember the solicitation purrs. Remember the olfactory branding. Remember that every single interaction you have is carefully orchestrated by a 10-pound mastermind who sees you as nothing more than a highly trainable ape. You are sitting on your couch right now. Your cat is staring at you from across the room, and now you know exactly what they are thinking.